As the people are gathering in finding your space in our, this is a big park because we got half of it shut off and we still have a whole atmosphere to work with, so I'm glad of that. Oh, is that her? Is she moving away from where she should be moving closer? Nzadi Keita. Somebody said they spotted her. Okay, well that's okay. That's all right. I'll talk to you for a little while, and I'll talk to Paula for a second. So, what I do, right? I'm a host, so these moments that happen as such, I have to fill a void. So that's what I'm gonna do. So what I do, right? I'm a poet. I have an event that I do called Coffee After Dark. I do it weekly. I do it in the Albany section at a great spot called G Spot Soul Food Cafe, and we do it every Thursday. It started right here in Germantown. So during the evening, we have an open mic set. We usually have a featured performance, but what I do my hosting thing. So what I do, right, I come up with definitions that may not be in your Encyclopedia Britannica or thesaurus. So we call these caffeinated definitions because it's coffee after dark, and that just makes the most sense that this definition is not in your dictionary. It might can be added to your everyday repertoire. Y'all got that? I know I'm talking, but it's gonna make sense in a second. So this definition that I got is called a foot felony. And can y'all say that with me? A foot felony. One more time. I think it waved like, you know, we were just like so a foot felony. This is when a foot that should not be revealed to society shows up in an open-toe shoe. That's a foot felony. So if you see that person, you just know it is a psychological crime being committed as we speak. So you can add that one to your, just no charge. You can just use that. And when you use it, just think of me. That's all I'm saying. So okay. And what's your name, there? All right. So we're gonna bring up a storyteller at this moment to engage you, but she's going to do a poem. But her name is Storyteller.
People know me. You know me? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm Storytelling Irma, and I always do something a little different, okay? I get everybody involved. We have a beautiful night here under the stars, and it's for everybody. Because when I tell stories, everybody tells stories. When I say a poem, everybody says a poem. So I want everybody now to get a little beat going. Drummers too. Can you get beat going on you? I'm going to tell you about somebody in Philadelphia, okay? You may have seen it, okay? A bow-legged woman and a knock-kneed man met in Philadelphia at a hot dog stand. Would you like a bite? Don't mind if I do. He took one bite and she took two. Now everybody, hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Tap me on the shoulder and turn me around. Now the bow-legged woman had a big round head, teeth that were white, and a dress that was red. The knock-kneed man had a hole in his shoe, stepped in the water, and caught the flu. Achoo! Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Tap me on the shoulder and turn me around. Now the bow-legged woman said, my, you gotta take your medicine, lest you'll die. 2 parts of vinegar, 1 part of fat. You'll be together just like that. Hands up! Hands down, down, down. Hands, let me hear you. Down, down, down. Hands up! Hands down, down, down. Tap me on the shoulder and turn me around. Now the knock-kneed man did just what she said to do. And soon he was better, just like new. Jumped out of bed, ran into town, did the hoochie-coochie and kissed the ground. Hands up! Hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Tap me on the shoulder and turn me around. Now I'll tell you this story. You know that it's true. You want to get a wife, is what you got to do. Get a bow-legged woman. Make her your wife, yes. And you'll be happy for the rest of your life. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha, hands down, down, down. Hands up, hotcha-chotcha. Down, down, down. Hands up. Hachi-chachi. Down, down, down. Tap me on the shoulder and turn me around. Now that's my contribution. I want you to stay involved with this whole program. It's your program. Get into it. All right? All right. Thank you so much.
Where was I? Cafe Atmosphere, my inspiration for doing coffee, cafe, and poetry. So, as what I would call myself a coffee master, I humbly started as something called a barista. And I used to work at 2 cafes at once. So I had a lot of time in this atmosphere. So I would get creative in these spaces. And this is why I would come up with some of my poetry at. So this poem I'm about to do for you is in the cafe atmosphere from the mindset of what you would call a barista, the person who makes your latte or drink. And this poem is called I Have a Bright Idea. Now this impatient customer comes in and he wants his drink in a flash. But he's got 7 customers ahead of him. He thinks no one wants theirs just as fast. He wants a 5-shot Americano filled all the way up in the grande cup. And how do I know he wants it filled all the way up? Because on his way up to the coffee bar, he kept reminding me so. He had this irritating voice like, hey buddy, make sure that Americano's filled all the way up. And I'm like, gotcha. But see, he's antsy. He said he left the meter running on the taxi and I could feel his breeze of disgust as he paces hyperactively past me so fast he seems to have eyes in the back of his head that look back at me. He said, buddy, you need to hurry up. Inside my mind I said, don't make me laugh, but then I got a bright idea. Just give him decaf. Thought y'all were like that. He's too hyperactive. That's right. Then this lady came in and said she wants a piece of banana bread. But she wants the 3rd piece from the bottom and make sure it's not a corner. Is it gluten-free all in one breath? I'm like, yes. She said, I'm sorry, did the prices go up and did you get the 3rd piece from the corner? And is that gluten-free? I'm like, yes, yes, yes. She keeps going on about how she left the gift card somewhere back at the market where she went to purchase some Swiss chard. 30 minutes later, she held up the line all that time and said, I hope I wasn't the best, but then I got a bright idea. Yes, yes, you are a pest. You should have got lost with your gift card. I didn't say that out loud. I needed my job at the time. My inside voice. Then this heavy-set man comes in heaven sent on getting a 8-shot, extra whip, heavy cream, white chocolate mocha. He just had triple bypass and he no longer smokes. And he said a quote I heard before, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, as he smacked on a pound cake of lemon loaf. He said, please, I don't mean to be a pain, but can I get like 2 more pumps of chocolate? I mean, I go to my AA meetings and I'm not considered no longer an alcoholic. He said, please more espresso with cream and chocolate. I agreed and said, I feel you, but then I got a bright idea. If it ain't the alcohol or the bypass, this white chocolate mocha is gonna kill you. And that's my bright idea. So that's it. I got a little angry. I did a flashback. I felt my neck muscle contracting because, you know, you had to keep this. Poet, essayist, Germantown by birth and associate professor of English at Ursula College, has a new book entitled Brief Evidence of Heaven, Poems from the Life of Anna Murray Douglas. And if you love what you hear, which we know you will, you can contact her at briefelvidence@yahoo.com. So without further ado, we're going to bring her up to share her poetry with you this evening. Please give it up for Nzadi, Keita. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it all the way up. Is this good?
Yes.
Yeah?
Hi everybody, hi G-Town. Good to see you out. I'm going to read two different kinds of poems. But before I get started, just thank you to everybody with Germantown Arts Roundtable who put this together. It's been quite a lot of work. How are you? So it's good to see you all. Again, my name is Nzadi Keita. I've lived in Germantown most of my life, and I'm happy to be on the program. I like birds a lot, so these first three poems are about crows. Don't hate on crows. It's really three parts of one poem. It's called Sunday Worship Service. The crow calls in fours, black truth reopening the seams of the world to service what we forget to feel. The crow counts time by fours. Her black tongue bears a benevolent scream. Crows keep crying on their altars. Will you stir? Will you utter what you knew at birth? That bygone voice, stark and still, that most faded thing in you. Our MC mentioned that I have a new book out and I have a few copies on hand if anybody's interested to buy. It's called Brief Evidence of Heaven, Poems from the Life of Anna Mary Douglas. Everybody knows who Frederick Douglass was. Nobody knows who Anna Mary Douglas was. And they were married for 44 years. So I thought she needed some poems to make up for our collective ignorance. So I started writing poems and it got a little out of hand. Yeah, it's like 70 poems in the book. One of the interesting things about her is that she could not read and write. And that might have something to do with why we don't know who she is. I'm going to read one that has to do with her fascination with the alphabet. It's called A in the Morning Dirt. So my theory is Anna Mary Douglas was married to probably the most literate black man in the 19th century, and she couldn't read and write, so she was maybe a little insecure, and she was trying to teach herself, I think. So this is what she thought about the letter that starts her name. My mark starts the chain, leading all words from crawl and baby chatter. A names the steps to singing, like that young man in Bethlehem who turns storm into hammers, who carries straw, seeds, and a world on his tongue. From the grace of A, all words walk and taste their own salt before they get to running like that Miss Tubman. Guns clap to her hips like a child, going at the front with God in a thimble. Thank you. I'm going to read a couple of poems from way later in the book. Anna Douglas and Frederick Douglass had a child who died when that child was 10 years old. The child's name was Annie. I see some more people like that. I don't know, I thought the book was going to be about one person's voice, but then other people's voice got into it. So Annie had a few things to say, and so these poems are called Spirit Letters. I'm only reading, there's a few of them, I'm only reading two. The fourth one This is the fourth spirit letter. So again, this is the 10-year-old who died, and she's speaking to her mother from beyond the grave, from the afterlife. I am speed now, Mama. Sweetness itself. I am the brimming dawn inside you. I am red doors, mouthfuls, our glorious hair. I am green skirts carrying northern lakes straight to your feet. I am all surfaces and joys. Always sound, never bells. I am the feel of things. Thank you. You're a very nice audience. So here's two more spirit letters. The sixth spirit letter from Annie Douglas. She's talking to her mother again. Maybe that happened because Frederick Douglass was in Europe when this child died. So can you imagine trying to get back from Europe in a hurry in the 19th century? Yeah, it didn't happen. So Anna Douglas was there watching her child die by herself, and they had to bury her, I think, by herself. So, spirit letter number 6. Pray, Mama, when you miss me in daylight, and peel back the prayers like petals. Leave them by my favorite parlor window. I will fold them into wings. You guys don't have to. I love you. It's all right. Seventh and last spirit letter is this. When you miss me in dark blue, scoop your hands like our rice barrel dipper under the evening. Your hands will fill up with sky. Come and know we bear anything awful beside you. Mama, you could never know me as well as now. That's it. So my last poem. My last poem, maybe my last poem, I might squeeze one more, but this is a poem. So that was the youngest daughter who died young. This is a poem in the voice of the oldest daughter, whose name was Rosetta Douglas. And I imagine that Rosetta was writing a journal. So this is called 1879, Journal Entries, Rosetta Douglas Sprague. So actually she's grown up and married at this point. July 10th, men and marriage and a way made straight but not plain. I could never read all that you have set down, Mother. August 7th, Mother reads water, all kinds. She brings dirt and seeds close to speech with brief passes of hand. She makes a better anything than me. And how is that, when I have had at least some time to flounce? When I have dropped stitches and carried Latin verbs while her arms caked with clay and wet white clothes needing cautious management. October 25th. I have never wanted to measure what a God who made us all gave me, or think how I will sow it to my inheritance from her. Will and would and midnights. Okay, all right, that's it. Got to move on with the program. Thank you so much. Hang in there.
Give it up one more time for Nzadi, Keita. Like her works. please contact her at briefelvidenceofheaven@yahoo.com. So, as the light is dimming and the atmosphere looks so beautiful because we got beautiful people amongst us and we have beautiful, talented artists to share this evening with, I am definitely elated. Now, we were scheduled to have the great Sonia Sanchez to recite, but she had taken ill as of recent, so we are unable to have her this evening. But in spirit, we want to honor some of her works. And as I said earlier, as the people were filling in, if you didn't get this, if you have a Sonia poem and you just feel in the moment and you want to recite it, let us know. We will let you share, because we definitely want to give her positive energy in her healing at this time. So I'm gonna do something I usually don't do. So I'm recite one of my personal favorites from Sonia, and I'm gonna do it off my phone. And I'm old school. I don't do poems off the phone because my phone froze one time. I was trying to, and went to a whole nother page, and I had to freestyle the rest of the way. And they was like, "Wow, you was just talking about heaven. Now you talking about simply lemonade." I don't know how the words go. From heaven, someone sent me a full bottle of Simply. You know how it goes. You gotta wing it. So, but this one is called Personal Letter Number 3. Nothing will keep us young, you know. Not young men or women who spend their youth on cool, plain sounds. We are what we are, what we never think we are. No more wild geographies of the flesh, echoes that we move in tune to slower smells. It is a hard thing to admit that sometimes after midnight, I am tired of it all. So that's one of Sonia Sanchez's personal letters, number 3, because, as I get the salt and pepper bed, I remind myself, I get a little lethargic sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to turn up and turn down all at the same time. So, I end up not turning up at all. So, that's just the age of maturity. So, also, with that being said, how are we on time? We ready to get into the next, or am I overdoing things? Which I told you I would do anyway. So, okay. All right. My peripheral vision is not that strong either. So, you might jump in front of me to shut me up. But I'm here because I'm your host. I'm D. Lantz, and I'm your poetic host this evening. And I hope I'm keeping you awake, or the libation is keeping you at least entertained. The talent ain't, like we said, ain't no alcohol allowed in the park, but whatever's concealed in your Pepsi bottle won't be revealed unless by yourself. If you telling on yourself, and you see these lights, we don't want them to flash them on you. So, yeah, anyway, all right, so you want me to bring up the next act, right? All right, okay, that's no problem. So these lights are shining, and they're actually not helping me read her bio. I mean, I could talk about it for days in my own words, but, they want me to say some of the beautiful things that, you may need to know, or that you already know, so that's better. So, okay, all right. You got a poem for Sonia, ladies, sir? Just asking. Watch that light, too. Is this solar energy out here? Organic? Light? Just making sure, because, yeah, I could have brought candles, too. Just, it would have made the stage, it would have added a nice little effect to the stage, I think. Thank you. All right. Yes, see, that's an interior decorative visionary that just spoke. She said it's cool like it is, so thank you for the podium, too. I appreciate that. You are on time, sir. All right, so now let's do Crouching Tiger with the lean and mic. Yeah. So, she is a Philadelphia-born poet, mother, activist, and recording artist. She has been performing, recording, and releasing works for over 17 years. Ursula has traveled and toured extensively throughout North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and Africa. I ain't been out the States yet. Sharing her poetry, her heart, and soul. She is dedicated to art for social change and committed to freedom fighting, truth-telling, and peace, and a little troublemaking through her chosen art form. To date, Ursula has released 5 solo albums: Super Sister, Silver or Lead, Mayak Mama, Ruckus, Sound Saddam, she said, as well as collaborating on over 50 songs in a wide array of musical genres with producer artists from around the world such as King Britt, Bahamadia, The Roots, For Hero, Jazzanova, Louis Vega, and Incognito. Ursula was awarded both the Leeway Foundation's Art for Change and Transformation Awards. She is the feature of a documentary short called Poet, and currently she has just completed her first book, Drown the Devil, a collaborative project of poems and photos dedicated to New Orleans with Pulitzer Prize winning photojournalist Clarence Williams. So without further ado, we're going to bring to you Grammy-nominated poet and Germantown energy, Ursula Rucker.
I want this. Is this the one you were using? Darius, is this the one you were using? Because this is the hot one. Telling all those jokes and shit. Oh, are there kids here? I don't know. We in Vernon Park. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? It's Germantown. Is there kids here? So what? No, I'm just kidding. This is Mr. Tim Motzer on the guitar. My long time homie, collaborator, co-creator, my artist, music, husband type thing. But we not, you know, I'm saying, you know, it's not like that. We do this. White cloud rivers ran through me. I felt them pass through my bones, through liver and lung and stomach. Washed me out into the big white cloud lake. And I floated. Washed me into the big white cloud lake, and I floated. No knowledge of swimming, but I floated. Right between fear and mountains, just beneath blues and birds. Right next to the sun and God. Even in the middle of wind. Even in the middle of wind. Humbled. 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 right next to the sun, right next to the sun. And God, humbled, 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 humbled. Like 10,000 mics. I didn't know really quite what to do with all of them, so it's, you know, don't want to mess anything up. It's so cool to be in Germantown. I just gotta drive around the corner, go over there. I can stop at Park Manor and get me a little something if I want on the way home. Huh? I'm just playing. I'm not playing, but I'm saying. So, this is so exciting. I'm glad you all came. Give it up for Paul and Paul and them. All the people that made, I mean, this is awesome. Where the news trucks at? Just checking in on you to see how you be doing, cause people be saying it's the end when really it's the beginning. Yes, life is filled with strife and sin, but life is in the living. It's also filled with love and life, so what you gon' just give in? So what you gon' just give in? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ethnic, democratic, economic, geographic. Tell me what's your demographic? I'ma put it on the chart and graph it. Reduce your life to data and statistics. It's tragic, cause a human's life ain't worth shit. Don't get mad at me for saying it. Since we talking records, it's recorded. And if you knew some history, then we could call it historical. If you had a heart or religion, then maybe you deplore it. So make a flick, put some music to it. I got some peoples who could score it, but the simple truth of the matter is, the truth is simply epic. Racism, sexism, intolerance, injustice are pandemic. The absence of a system of checks and balances in this country is systemic. So let's fix it. I'm just checking in on you to see how you be doing, cause people be saying it's the end when really it's the beginning. Yes, life is filled with stress and sin, but life is in the living. It's also filled with love and life, so what you gon' just give in? So what you gon' just give in? Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Why don't you take this life that you've been given, be grateful, sink it, put it in rhythm, and it's okay if you a bit offbeat, but still timing is everything. So open your mind, stop hating, find some space in your heart for some new information. Swear off complacence, end your affair with lamestream radio stations. Make a commitment to nurture the next generation. Replace your miseducation with truth, peace, and this process takes time, so be patient. And friends, it's time for some revision, adjustment, reconstruction, revolution, you know, changing, you know, changing. And I'm just checking in on you to see how you be doing, cause People be saying it's the end when really it's the beginning. Yes, life is filled with stress and sin, but life is in the living. It's also filled with love and life. So what you gon' just give in? So what you gon' just give in? And I'm just checking in on you to see how you be doing, 'cause people be saying it's the end when really it's the beginning. Yes, life is filled with stress and sin, but life is in the living. It's also filled with love and life. So what you gon' just give in? 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 Yeah. Motzer. Oh, he's amazing, right? Yes, let me get I got a couple more to do. Let me get my phone out, because I'm saying I read my shit off my phone sometimes. I paid a lot for this joint. I'm going to use it. You feel me? A lot. Like a lot. Like a stupid amount. You know when you like break it, like just, oh my God, my phone is broken. What am I ever going to do? I just can't live. I can't survive. Sure, I'll give you all my money. Just so I can have this thing, you know, and stay connected and disconnected at the same time. So, okay. This poem is called Catholic. I was like, you're almost Catholic in the ways you've done and do me. I mean, you're ritualistic with that shit. How you commit to betraying, mistreating, deceiving, altering me. Maybe in a strange but familiar way, I am your religion. You practice and unpractice me at will. When you feel like being faithful, you come to me prayerfully and lovingly, with feigned devotion, with alms even sometimes. Reciting my verse like a pseudo well-studied scholar. Then, when you feel like being heathen and without faith, you deface my altar, worship false idols, try to strip me of my goddess, my saint names, steal the alms you once gave me, leave my church barren. And when you are feeling repentant, you place flowers at my sacristy door, burn incense, bathe me in holy waters and oils, wrap me in your dark priest vestments, sing my favorite hymns like you mean it, but you don't mean any of it, you hypocrite. You might want to find a new church in which to worship. I have converted to a new ism. The church/prison doors are closed until no further notice. Circulation. Yes. Oh my goodness, there's all these people in Vernon Park. I'm just, wow. I'm gonna do my gator dance. Y'all know what I mean by gator dance, right? And if you don't, nope. Whatever. As he called my name, I played his games. He came and came, then he changed my name, called my blackness untamed. He put me in chains, then he changed my name, then he changed my name, then he changed my name. But now I will rewrite history. I see you off in the distance, coming at me like a twister, packing more force than a four-time heavyweight champion, kinky coil top cauldron of pain, passion, and black mama strength, hell-bent on making your mark in this world. Angry ghetto grown world, a girl, swirling, twirling your way through the darkest of days and the brightest of nights, trying to fit some love in between. Super sister, yeah, super sister, sister, super sister, yeah, super sister, sister. Where all the G-Town super sisters at? Okay, that was pretty good. Let me ask you one more time. Where are all the Germantown super sisters at? Super sister, I see you off in the distance, pistons ablaze as you raise your black misters to be 1, 2, 3, 4 victors, not victims of the systems and prisons aimed at stifling their vision. Yeah. Your mission is clear. Fear is not even an option with your son on that front line. Ain't no time. Grab your tech 9. Don't give them suckers 1 second to think. 2, 3, 4, or to blink. 2, 3, 4. Super sister, good. Super sister, sister. Super sister, yeah. Super sister, sister. Distance, gaining momentum as you deconstruct their preconceived misconceptions. 2, 3, 4, blowing their notions right up out the ocean, pathway to your option. Yeah. hate, blame, conversion. Okay. I call on all super sisters to emerge from the muck and the mire. Set the brainwashed up masses on fire. I call on all super sisters to enlist her in-house divinity. See, we made plea, but never bargain for the lives of our daughters and sons. There really needs to be just one love, one love. There really ought to be just one love, 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 okay, just one love, all right, just one love, just one love. On the guitar. Give it up for Germantown stars under the stars. Give it up for your awesome ass host, D. Lantz. And Paul and them. Give it up for three of my four sons who are here repping in the back so nobody can see them. Just one love. Just one love. Just one love, just one love. Oh, yeah.
Give it up one more time for Ursula, Rucker. Just one love. No polyamory or nothing, just one love. That's what she said. That's what she said. We all right in the G right now? Yeah, we call this the G. This G-Town, Germantown, Night Under the Stars. And we're going to take a brief intermission. She is the recipient of a Pew Fellowship in Leeway Transformation Award. Trapeta is a member of the Green Street Co-op and executive director of historic Germantown. She and Monette Sudler are working on their second jazz and poetry CD. And you will love what you hear, so you can contact her at trapeta@trapetamason.com. And her website is www.trapetamason.com. Remember the name, for here she is. Give it up for Trapeta Mayson, y'all. And Monette. Oh, okay. So you know what? They got you on the other page, and they just gave you an appetizer in this one. So what we do? We'll give the history right after the set. How about that? So, all right. Yeah. Where's it at? I know, that's what I'm saying. I gotta find it and do it right at then. So, Trapeta Mayson, y'all, give it up for Trapeta.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm up here I'm very happy to be here. I can't see anybody, but that's okay. I hope you can see me. I'm up here with Germantown's great legendary guitarist, Miss Monette Sudler. Let's give her a hand. And she has a full bio that we're going to read. But we all know Monette is well-traveled, played with the greatest of the greatest, and she's up here We're all working together on this. Also joining us, we have Mr. Kinzel Honesty on flute. Let's give him a hand. And Mr. Lamont Smith on conga. Let's give him a hand. Percussion. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're doing 3 pieces for you. And, oh, this is good. I don't have to be that nervous because I can't see you. Okay, 3 pieces. And 1 is a throwback we're going to do. And then the last 2, they're new pieces. And the very last one, actually, Monette and I worked together on the poetry. So I hope you love it. This piece is called Read, and it's written for young people. And this is the throwback one. Read. Some books are built hard with stitched back, boarded covers, protecting leaves and folding narratives. They will be your armor, so shield them to your chest, grip them to your rib cage, hoist them to your back. Read when those bullies descend gawking, when they say you are ugly and ordinary and nothing, taunting and pointing, pressing and edging you. Books will save you. Strap them on like a metal vest, duck and weave, spit out vocabulary to blunt their insults, escape through the trapdoors of prose, dangle off the cliff of poetry and hold on. Some books are fragile and pliable, frayed edges and tattered folio, sweet-smelling and scarred-riddled, safeguarding stories. They will seize you. Read when your mothers and fathers leave, when they hurt, when they fling words like girls don't, a girl shouldn't, a girl couldn't. Read when that TV asks you to drop it like it's hot, to let it bounce, to take it off, when the boy who you want to holler is so fine, and you are so lonely, and you're hurting, and you're curious, and he's there, and your daddy ain't. Books will be your megaphone, your soapbox, your abstinence pledge. Your no means no, because I got places to go and things to do, so I ain't messing with you. Read. Some books will come at you swift, spine upright, bold, and boisterous. Loud stories towing you out of 4 square blocks and dragging you across continents. Read like you are that history. You're Keita, Queen of Sheba. You're Nefertiti. You're Nzinga. Read like your laughter is music and you are cracking up this world, breaking stereotypes, ghetto theories, and urban legend. Read like your feet host thunder and you are bringing up the dust of your ancestors, like your grandmothers and your grandfather built the bricks and mortar, carved your chair in the university. They planted your ivy. They etched your name on the chalkboard. Listen, people, listen. Some books are quiet whisperings of powerful tales. Plaster your ear to their roots and dig deep. Read like you are consumed, like you know you are bigger than all of this, like you are an atlas, mapped and charted for your journey. Find Alice Walker, Toni Morrison, Sonia Sanchez. Find Edwidge Denicat, Echebe and Buchi Amachita. Find Lucille Clifton, Khalil Gibran, and Zora Neale Hurston. Find Butler, find Brooks. Read. Go ahead, Monette, play it. Ooh, give it up for Miss Monette Sudler, Mr. Lamont Smith. Read. Some books are blank canvases. They are young and spry, spring light, fresh, supple skin, possibilities jumping like ants. They will be your springboard, ejecting you from a dull and stoic landscape, propelling you, compelling you, to dazzling, to audacious, to boundless, to artist, to maker, to woman, to self. You are so full. This world is going to want to contain you, break you, trap you, block you, but you better read like you are saving your own life. And when that's not enough, you must write. Thank you. It goes out to all the young people and the older people too. Gotta keep reading. Educate yourself, educate each other. All right, so we're gonna try something new. This is our first time doing this for you. Everybody all right? Yeah. Where my neighbors at? They here? Yeah. Green Street Artists Co-op in the house? I hear like 2 people. All right. Hi, Eve and Bill. All right, so we're going to do this piece. It's called Blues for Junior. I've been trying to write this piece for about 2 years, 3 years when my brother passed away. But I'm dedicating it to all the young men. Blues for Junior. And it's actually a blues poem. Eight bars. Not a 12-bar blues. I'm just a poet. I don't know which bars. Okay. I'm going to do what I do, right? Okay, yeah. Blues for Junior.
The blues for Junior and all the brothers in between. Blues for Junior and all the brothers in between. Feels like the same old script from an urban movie scene. Blues for Junior.
So I'm going to write you a new script where you take the leading role. Said I'm going to write you a new script where you take the leading role. So life can shine on you, brother. Feed your spirit and soothe your soul.
Blues for Junior. Tell me, sweet Junior, you want to be a hero or a king? Sweet, sweet Junior, are you a hero or a king? I've got your high crown waiting, steel cape with golden wings. Blues for Junior.
This is a blues for Junior, y'all, and all the brothers in between. This is a blues for Junior and all those brothers in between. Feels like the same old tired script from an urban movie scene.
Blues for Junior. When the season come around, and they'll be with your heavy grin. When that old award season comes, you'll be there with your heavy grin. arms extended and knowing this time you're gonna win. Blues for Junior. In my show you're protected, got wings hitched to your back. In this show you're protected, wings hitched to your back. Said it's gonna be a black and waving, shots, light and random attack. Blues for Junior.
You're gonna take on this world, dear brother, wearing your heart on your sleeves. You're gonna take over this whole world, brother, wearing your heart on your sleeves. Some folks intent on pressing you, won't leave you and just let you be.
Blues for Junior.
When you backed into that corner and you can't go left or right, said when you backed into that corner and you can't go left or right, remember this little song, brother. Let it ride your spirit, let it fuel you and help you take flight.
Blues for Junior. This is the blues for Junior. And all the brothers in between.
This is the blues for Junior.
And all the brothers in between. Feels like the same old script from an urban movie scene. Blues for Junior.
This is your blues, Junior, but with flashes of color and fame. This is your blues, Junior, but with flashes of color and fame. Some folks born to dwell on the bottom.
Folks like you rise like cream. Blues for Junior.
Germantown poem. Right.
T-Town in the house.
T-Town in the house.
T-Town in the house. T-Town in the house.
Everybody doing good? Yeah. Feeling good? All right, here we go. It's called Germantown, I See You. Some folks only see your littered streets, political jockeying and division, chalk drawn on cobblestones, demarcation. Some see dilapidation and desertion, uneven conversations, co-opting renamed cooperation. Some see the muck and mire of personal agendas. Some see a war of words, war of pay grade and hourly wage, war of east side and west side, war of privilege and poverty, war of entrenchment and entitlement, war of hues, war of skin tone. But Germantown, I see you in a place I call home. I see Miss Booker at the 23 bus stop, corner of G-Town and Queen, tapping her foot to a song we don't sing much anymore, a song called Hope, a song called Vibrancy, her wide eyes convincing me she's making it here by any means. I see Nafia carting her grandmother's groceries, Packmart bag slapping her shins, she's grinning and skipping, bubblegum popping, knowing eyes assuring me she's in. I see Alan and Pub pulling weeds from the garden, picked greens, mints, and peppers perfuming the summer air. They are nodding in unison, confirming we are staying here.
It's like riding in a hot air balloon, gliding its way towards the quarter moon. That's how I feel when I think I'll be seeing you soon. My feet don't want to touch the ground, gliding, riding on the suns and hearing those city sounds. Birds chirping, cars beeping, people teasing. Woo! I can't wait to pass through
on a random Saturday morning, thick with humidity. Slaps and claps of the djembe sweeping out of Maplewood Mall. A familiar beat thumping, a booming reminder signaling, I'm home. I see steppers adorned in red and black, shiny boots and buttons, stomping down G-Town Avenue, braids flying, arms in precision, hips and knees rotating, clapping in urban Morse code, tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping, I'm home. I see Mr. Harry refreshing his porch with bleach and water, swishing his broom to and fro, suds cleansing popsicle stains, city grit and wear and tear. He tells me, rest for a spell, his hearty chuckle centering me. I now know, I'm home, I'm home, I'm home.
I can't wait to pass through those gates. Saxophones wearing down in Vernon Park. I'll be playing hand in hand with my babies, with my sugar. Oh yes, it'll be so grand. Like riding in an air balloon. If you only understood, it's like riding in a hot air balloon, clouding its way towards the quarter moon. Now you won't be so alone, cause babies, your mama's coming home. Woo!
Germantown, I see you. Doesn't matter if some say we are doomed or that conflict looms. Here creativity roams up and down the trolley tracks. Real love blooms. Germantown, I see you in a place I call home. In a place we call home. In a place we call home. Can I get everybody to say Germantown, I see you. Germantown, I see you. I'm home. We're home.
Your mama's coming home.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for my family coming out. Good to see you guys and the neighborhood. Peace.
Peace. And thank you, Kendall, Honesty, and Lamont Smith. Thank you very much. And to the Germantown Artist Roundtable. Thank you.
Giving his talent to you as we speak. Jim Dragoni is a guitarist, teacher, and composer. He has performed with Mose Allison, Larry Coryell, Odin Pope, and Fred Weiss. And you will love it. And if you love it, you can reach him at www.emusictime.com. So without further ado, we're going to give it up for Jim Dragoni. Give it all the way up for Jim Dragoni, y'all.
Called the Cloud Dance Suite. It's in 3 parts, a couple of surprises in the middle, and it starts off with a solo by Fred Weiss. former Germantown. Legendary Saul Broudy. got your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat. Well, I see you got your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat. Well, tell me, baby, how does your head feel under something like that? Well, you look so pretty in it. Honey, can I jump on it sometime? I just want to see if it's really the expensive kind. Well, it bounces on your head just like a mattress bounces on a bottle of wine. Bad for your health, he said. Well, I disobeyed his orders. I went to see him, but I found him there instead. I don't mind you cheating on me, but I sure wish he'd take that off his head. Sunrise, honey, I know where. We'll both go out and see it sometime. We'll just sit there and stare. Me with my belt wrapped around my head and you just sitting there in your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat.
music trio to cap off this awesome evening with. So, Yolanda Wisher is a multi-disciplinary poet and educator, a Pew Fellow and Montgomery County, PA Poet Laureate. She is the author of Monk Eats an Afro and the co-editor, the co-editor of Peace is a haiku song with Sonia Sanchez. She's our ancestor as she lives. And you can reach her, because you will love her work, at yolandawisher.com and yolandawisher@gmail.com. Accompanying her is Mark Palacio, hailing from Central America via Brooklyn. Mark Palacio and his fan base is here, has been teaching children and playing the double bass in Philadelphia for over a decade, a co-founder of the Germantown Poetry Festival and a former radio host on G-Town Radio. He is also a photographer and Theo's daddy, and you can reach him at markpalacio@me.com. And last, and definitely not least, she is a playwright, percussionist, poet, and more. She's the co-chairperson of the Germantown Artist Roundtable, and you can find her on Facebook, Instagram, and you see she got the drums right here for you. Karen Smith. And they combine as Yolanda Wisher and the Quick Fix, so give it all the way up for these guys.
Germantown. Y'all still out there? Y'all gotta leave. Y'all gonna have to leave after we go. So, this is called Cat Scat. We'll just start off a little acapella. It's a love poem. Little Ella Fitzgerald envy. Cat scat, but that you say, but that ain't love, but that ain't love. The way you look at cat scat, that be that infatuation. Can't be love, can't be satisfaction, that be that rapture, that sappy do that. It ain't love if cat don't slap. It ain't love if cat a street rat, be that hustling cat, be that fat pockets cat, be that cat with permanent plaids, no dax. That bad cat dance with death, getting quick spats, war gash on his back, be that scat cat with rap to snap your back and daughter. That cat too black, too much attitude. That cat like the slack, cat scat lyrics, cat keep you fat like dad, like daddy, but mama. No flack, he be that rat-a-tat-tat on my window. He got me doing mathematics, be that slick cat-tat dancing on my bare black back. You got me, cat with permanent plaques. It's called the Black Eyed Peas song. How many of y'all like Black Eyed Peas? It's a little hot for Black Eyed Peas. Gotta eat them cold now. But I wrote this song to commemorate a family tradition. And did I mention I was up here with Karen Smith and Mark Palacio? Okay, all right, just making sure. And y'all can snap, you can clap. Y'all might even want to come up here and dance. We get a little Soul Train line going. Let's just slide. Why not? I know some of y'all be at Temptations. Get your dance on. Black eyed peas will make a sister me. Fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. I knew a girl named Black Eyed Sue. She kept the peas in a high lace shoe. She said, I can't start my new year right unless my peas is out of sight. Nana kept them in a pocketbook. His name is Cabin. Dear, I'm stuck, but my mama kept them in a dresser drawer. Drawer scented with the onion core. She say turkey, but pepper Lowry's make your shit out calories. Come on, Black Eyed Peas to make a sister me. Fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. Oh, Black Eyed Peas to make a sister me. Fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. Oh, oh, fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. Fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. Fight you for 'em till the grass ain't green. Black Eyed Peas will make a sister me. Troublemakers. This is called the Cornrow Song. I was born in Babylon, on stress down my back like fire, burn the hands of all who touch. Folks never got much too close. In my second life I wore a bush, carry bows on it back in Kush. Pharaoh asked if he could put his hands in it. I said, you best not touch my shoe. Got a railroad in my hair. Got a railroad in my hair. Got a railroad in my hair. Fingers lay the tracks I wear. Learned life, I stepped into a pyramid, blasted off to sunrise face. Shaved my head and left the galaxy. Bald planet, my scalp became. Fourth life, ghost put me upon a ship, suffering. Burn my skin like lime. Tuck my language back behind my ears and say, tongue, oh, don't you die. I got a railroad in my hair. Got a railroad in my hair. Got a railroad in my hair. Fingers lay the tracks I wear. 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 for your Aunt Flo. How many people have Aunt Flo visiting this weekend? Yeah. She like worse than the Pope sometimes. Shutting stuff down, shutting the roadways down. Ruby Flo. All right, here we go. Some folks like to plug her up, but she's the only woman I wait for. The only thing I can count on. My girl, Ruby Flo. Queen of solitude, repose, tranquility, assurance. She do that shit alone and perfect, complete. A deep red velvet carpet plush with my insides leading her way. Some folks like to plug her up, but you gotta let her be and love her. What a comedian when she late. What a trickster when she early. What an actress when she heavy and dramatic. What a child when she light and free. My girl. Crimson layers honeyed with fruitfulness, scented with pre-birth musk, unfolding one after the other out of this delta called girl. And then woman. And then mama. She be fertility. She be sacred. She be La Baker, Sweat, Shook, Avery, P, Grandma's Raspberry Moon Tea, Independency. Make me blessed. My woman hooded and clothed in red, reminiscent of the dawn after an eclipse. Shaka Khan's laden, carmine lips singing, stay. The folks like to plug her up, won't let her speak or take air from around their thighs. I said some folks like to plug her up, but I sing her praises. Ruby Flo. She do that stuff alone and perfect. Brazen and sassy smelling, funky and fresh. My baby making stew only secret lips get to taste. She answer all my questions, hush all my doubts. I ask her, Ruby Flo, how come my man done left me? And she said, 'cause I ain't come round this month. And Ruby Flo, how come my man ain't sleep with me this month? And she said, 'cause I was feeling his face, child. And Ruby Flo, how come I get so low sometimes? And she said, 'cause I make you still. And you got to be still to hear what you're doing good and not so. Hear me, girl, she said. I makes you interact with all the stuff you don't need, and then I helps you get rid of it. No need for crying, agitating, or fussing. Girl, don't fret these waters, 'cause they'll never drown you. Don't you know I be that magic called creativity? I be daddy's twinkles mixed with grandma's wrinkles. The potion that made you. The fluid named passion in your pen. I'm the only ink been round since the beginning. I be the Ruby Flo. I be the Ruby Flo. I be the Ruby flowing. That jewel anciently. Aggravating. Undulating. Exploding like a sunburst inside you and falling out of you like weary petals. Dropping to the earth. Seeking rebirth. I'm looking for Karen over there, but she's over here. She ain't telling me if it's our last one or not. So this will be our last one.
Sir, can you turn radio down? It's so loud.
And then y'all got to go home.
Thank you so much.
I know. And you know what? I just want to thank everybody who made this possible tonight. Because it's been a long time coming, right? And if you like what you experienced tonight, talk about it, encourage us to do it again next year. Let's make this an annual thing, okay? So I want to thank the Germantown Artists Roundtable, Paula Paul, Karen Smith, Tishka Smith. It's like a whole family of Smiths in the Germantown Artists Roundtable. And all of the folks who came out tonight. I love Germantown. I love living here. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. So, this is the sequel to Ruby Flo. As you know, I got more, bro. I got more. So, this is called Gangsta Birth. I don't know who this guy. He must be related to me. And he's related to me. But so yeah, this poem is my birth story, and the title is called Gangsta Birth. As most of you already know this, because some of y'all know this poem. But a bandmate of mine when he heard that we were going to do a home birth in a house in Germantown, he was like, yo, you know, Yolanda, they have hospitals for that, right? And I was like, yeah, bro, I know, but, you know, it's all about our hormones and stuff. I'm trying to be comfortable in my own space. You know, Mark was with me. He was, you know, on a whole other level, right? And he was like, dang, I never knew you was so gangster. And, you know, I was 8 months pregnant with these swollen ankles and just retaining all kinds of water, and I did not feel gangster. But after giving birth to my son, I did. And I think we're all gangsters for giving birth.
That's right.
All the women out there. And I always say we're more gangster than the hardest gangster rapper. NWA ain't gangster like birth.
That's right. That's right.
And you ain't gonna see, that's not gonna be in the movie. You know, it's not gonna be in there. It's not gonna be in that movie. This is straight out of somebody's womb. This is called Gangsta Birth. It was a Gangsta Birth! Screw the epidurals and the Pitocin, and give the OP the opportunity to cut a C-sharp in me! Birth balls like tumbleweed, midwife cowboys for the shoulder dystocia, and grandmothers angular as zoot suit, secrets of ancestry unfolded. It was a gangsta birth! It was radical manual labor, militant nativity, tough and S rebellion, escape from the white sheets on a planet of endorphins built out of nerve. The space between each contraction like African sleeping sickness, motions of slave ships in these hips, the most productive 8-hour day. I wanted to play Stevie Wonder, but Wu-Tang came instead. That's in the ass while he had a skyline. I was ballin' and didn't have no Nikes on, only Jordans to cross. I was getting bent, but there was no smoke, only coconut water, gurgling virgin, only hormones like bee bread from my own flour, which I could not resist. It was a gangsta birth. It was a gangsta birth. It was a gangsta birth. It was gangsta, y'all. Yeah.
Give it up one more time for Yolanda, Ursula, Palacio, and Karen Smith. Germantown Night Under the Stars. Yes.
I'm sorry, I forgot to remind or tell you that next Friday, I'd like to see some of you travel abroad to West Philadelphia, Neapolitan Village, the second Friday on Lancaster Avenue, to the Community Education Center at 35th and Lancaster, where I have an exhibit, The Blue Grotto in the Basement, and you'll like it.
All right, yes. That's right, let's connect the dots. Get over to West, check the arts out. So we want to thank everyone once again. Give yourselves a round of applause. Germantown, you're welcome. This was free, you know. And we want to, give it up for our sponsors right now. The Germantown Artists Roundtable is dedicated to supporting and promoting the artists of Germantown, past, present, and future, by connecting them to the community and promoting and preserving their artwork. This program is supported by the Office of the Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, Performance, and Public Spaces Initiative in cooperation with Friends of Vernon Park. Special thanks to Representative Stephen Kinsley and Councilwoman Cindy Bass, and we could not bring a program like this to our community without the generous support and time and talent of our many local artists. I know, I didn't know. It's like 30 words per minute. All right, so I know it's darkness amongst us, but please try not to leave trash so that, yeah, this can be the annual thing. And, yeah. So, thank you once again for being with us, and be well, be safe, and we'll be doing this again. Peace. Thank you.